Hello, and welcome to the latest installment of My Dad Listens to This. I'm Juliet the daughter.
And as always, I'm Kevin the dad.
And happy holidays, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed your holiday season. We sure did.
Got through it.
Yeah, I got through it, made it alive. And welcome to our season 1 finale. So I'm going to kind of explain what's going on for this episode. So a while back, I suggested Dad, hey, since we're entering a new decade with 2020, how about we each pick our top 10 favorite songs? That way we'll have 20 songs for 2020. And he was on board with the idea. So we emailed each other some lists. And we're going to start with Dad's songs and talk about them. And then we're going to go to my songs and talk about them.
Okay, can I just interject here?
Yes.
We are not starting a new decade yet.
Yes, the new decade doesn't start until 2001 until 2021 because there's no 0 year. I was thinking of the Seinfeld episode where he's explaining that to Newman.
Thank you. Yes, I'm a stickler for that sort of thing. Everyone's like, ooh, 2020, a new decade. No, it's the start of the 20s, but it's not the start of a new decade. Because when we count, we start at 1. We don't start at 0.
Yeah.
And there is your math lesson for today, kids.
So sorry to burst your bubble, but mathematically he's correct. All right, so the way this is going to go, again, Dad's going to introduce his stuff. We're going to talk about it. Then I'm going to introduce my stuff, and we're going to talk about it. All right, Dad, you want to introduce the first song?
Okay, so leading off our 20 for 2020 countdown, or count up, or whatever.
Yep, number 1.
My first song all the way back from the year 2000 is Your Lies by Shelby Lynne. Mm-hmm. And I kept hearing about the album I Am Shelby Lynne everywhere when it came out back in 2000. I just hadn't heard anything from it until I saw it at a listening station at Borders Bookstore.
Rest in peace, Borders. For more information about Borders, check out I believe it's our Elastic episode where we explain about the listening stations at Borders.
Okay, now usually you'd get 30 seconds of each song at the listening station, but for some reason I was able to hear the whole album.
Ooh, you got a broken one.
yeah, which was nice. And the album kicked off with Your Lies, and I mean, it kicked off. Loud drums, strings, and Shelby's pissed off voice on top of it all, wailing, Your Lies Won't Leave Me Alone. And I was hooked. And to me, it always kind of had a feel of like a great lost 70s album. And I played it over and over and over. And then Shelby got cursed by winning the Best New Artist Grammy, from which no one ever recovers.
Damn you, Grammy Awards!
And her follow-up album, Love Shelby, proved that, because it was, to put it mildly, a letdown. And I mean, she's put out a lot more albums, and kind of like you'd hear her, I guess, being interviewed on NPR. She's kind of like at that level now.
Oh, no.
But this album is the goods. This is such a great album.
All right, so I remember listening to this song in the car as a kid, because as soon as that intro kicks in with the drums, you just know it's going to be good. And Shelby's harmonies are just pure ear candy, along with how she makes the word leave into 2 syllables. Your lies won't leave me. Her voice is gorgeous, and the instruments are powerful, with the subtle guitar playing the same notes over and over, da-da-da-da-da-da, all the way through. An awesome breakup song for the person that is done with their ex's shit, but they keep feeling that hurt. This is also probably the best ending of a song, where it's just Shelby's voice, and then it ends with her singing softly, which is the only time she sings quietly throughout the whole song. A bit of dissonance with the harmonies and the strings. This is an awesome song to have at the top of the list. And one last note, she also has a kick-ass album cover with her in that fur coat looking like she'll punch you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's coming for you. She's pissed.
Right in the nuts.
Yeah. Take that, guy. All right, number 2.
Second song is Someday by The Strokes, which came out in 2001. And for you people out there who were around in 2001, remember when The Strokes were going to save rock and roll? Remember? Didn't think so.
I don't think they did. We would have heard more about it.
Yeah. Anyway, this song is as catchy as a cold, and I really wish the rest of Is This It, the album, was too. I mean, it's a good album. It's not like a all-time great album. And like a lot of the songs on this album were kind of used as bumpers on the radio. A bumper is like music leading it into an intro for something, or as an outro for something.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah. Dancing with the Stars has that with their dance numbers.
Like for Someday, I hear it a lot during Red Sox season on the radio. They'll use it as a bumper coming into an inning.
Oh,
Anyway,
all win one, fellas.
anyway, I lucked out and found the original version of this album with the naughty cover and the song New York City Cops, which was taken off due to 9/11 because the line New York City Cops, they're not that smart. But this song, it's one of those songs I wish would never end. It just has a great beat and a great groove, and I will never, ever, ever get tired of this song.
This song is okay. I think my favorite part is the cheery electric guitar because you just want to dance to it. I also love the bass in the song because you can almost hear each individual vibration with each chord.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a fan of whatever editing technique they used on the lead singer's voice because the lyrics get kind of muddled. The lyric I kind of like, though, is, you say you want to stay by my side, darling, your head's not right. Because it's always interesting to hear the bad boy say, no way, I'm not good for you, go find another guy. It's sort of interesting subject matter. I feel a certain way about certain things now, but these feelings won't last. But I must say, after Shelby Lynn, kind of a letdown.
Well,
Can you get that?
I can kind of respect it.
Yeah.
I guess the voice sounds like that through the whole album. It's Julian Casablancas is the lead singer. And
that's a cool name.
Guess it was, I mean, it just sounds like it was filtered somehow. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they were going for like a lo-fi sound, which they definitely achieved on the album.
Oh, lo-fi's fun. Used right, though. I mean, this might have worked better with some other songs in the album, but I don't think it worked well with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, our next song is Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue, also from 2001. And if you're going to give a song that title, it sure as heck had better live up to it, and this does. This is 3 minutes and 50 seconds of pure pop perfection. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just have the CD single, and that's all that I need, and I've played this umpty fuck times in a row. And
umpty fuck? I've never heard that!
Really?
Yeah!
Well, instead of I've played this umpteen times, and...
Umpty fuck.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to use that. Okay. All right, keep going.
Okay, anyway, I've played this song a lot of times in a row, and I have never gotten sick of it. Never, ever, ever.
Me neither.
And it was co-written and co-produced by Kathy Dennis, who also had a hand in co-writing another song on my list. But for now, we'll get your opinion on this song.
I love Kathy Dennis. She's a pop goddess in her own right. All right. Fun fact, I used to get bullied in school for being the only person who knew who Kylie Minogue was. Ew, Juliet, that song's old. You're stupid. Well, you know what? I'm gonna love this song even harder. I don't care how many of those kids get annoyed at me singing la 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 over and over, which for kids, that part's really fun to sing. The music is techno at its best, and Kylie in this song, I'm gonna say it, she's a total sex kitten, and she always makes me question my own sexuality. I can totally see her dangling her tongue in front of some guy's face while she sings la la la. Jeez, I remember thinking she was hot when I was 6 and seeing that microphone cord wrapped around her body. Oh, God. Where am I? I also used to plan...
Yes, come back to Earth.
Yeah. And fun fact, I used to plan seducing this guys with this song when I was a teen in the future, and I was 6. 6! But Kylie's clearly seducing this person because you can hear her getting aggressive, getting closer to the guy's face, and then pulling away at the last minute when he's all pent up. I used to think she was casting a spell on the guy. So yeah, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, Kylie Minogue is hot. Kylie Minogue is hot, and she's so hot in this song. And to all the girls who bullied me in school about this, we'll see who's laughing when I use this song and make guys fall at my feet while your sex life is zilch because you don't know the damn words. How you like me now?
No, tell us how you really feel. Wow.
But fun fact, both of us picked this song for our top 10 list, and Dad was like, do we both talk about why we like it? And I'm like, I'll pick something else. It's okay.
Yes, because it's 20 for 2020, not 19 for 2020.
Exactly.
And another thing about Kylie is I first heard her way back in 1988. And
she was around that long?
Oh, yeah, she's been around for a long time. And I actually had the cassette version of her album, whose name I cannot remember, but it had her cover of The Locomotion on it. And it was actually a pretty decent cassette, and I kind of wish I still had the album. I mean, I can live without it, but it was one of those things where I thought, I don't think we're ever going to hear from her again, and I was glad I was proven wrong. I mean, this song was just like, this was like her world domination song when this came out back in 2001.
Like how she's dominating the guy.
Anyway.
Do you want to hear a funny story about Kylie Minogue, though?
Yes, give me a funny Kylie Minogue story.
So she was on Graham Norton recently, and which is a famous British talk show over on the BBC. And they interviewed a woman in the audience who said, well, this guy asked me out on a date, but I said no because I'm such a fan of Kylie Minogue, and I wanted to see her on the Graham Norton show. So then they cut to another segment, which is the red chair, which on Graham Norton's show is you sit in the red chair and you tell Graham a story. And if he likes it, you walk. If he doesn't like it, he pulls the chair back and you go flying. So they get this guy on the show and he's like, all right, so I asked this girl that I like out on a date, but she said no because she wanted to come on your show. So I wanted to come on live TV and see if after the show she wanted to go out on a date with me. And then the camera cuts to the girl in the audience, and she looks at Kylie Minogue and goes, Kylie, would you please pull the red chair back?
Whoa.
And Kylie was like, no, I don't want to do this. No, don't get me involved. And everyone like in the audience was like, oh my God, now everyone in the nation knows what a bitch you are on live TV. And Kylie Minogue was like, no, I don't want to pull this. Don't drag me into this.
Wow.
All right, next song.
Okay, our next song, which also involves Kathy Dennis, who
She co-wrote this?
Co-wrote this.
Wow.
Yep. With too many other people. I think there's like 4 people who got songwriting credit for Toxic by Britney Spears, 2003. Britney's greatest song, period.
It's Britney, bitch!
I mean, surf guitars and sampled Bollywood strings. Yep.
Is this from Bollywood?
Yeah.
Oh, cool!
And it works so well. And I've got this one on her singles collection, and I am not apologizing for owning that.
No.
So come and get me, snobs. I mean, I've seen the video, and it's like, yeah, okay, decent video.
Is that
okay,
where
it's
she's like seducing like a guy in his office, and she's got like a short
she's
black
like
wig?
supposed to be like Secret Agent Brittany or something.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know, but I mean, I've loved the song without the video. It's just so damn good.
Yeah. And I remember loving this song in my teen years because, you know, when you're a teen, forbidden fruit and all that's kind of exciting. But first, I want to know what sort of editing they did on those violins to get them to sound like that, because those strings sound creepy and, well, intoxicating. I can only imagine how many people had this as their ringtone when this song came out, just with, like, the strings. Britney sounds badass in this song. She knows what she wants, and she is going to get it. The only time it doesn't sound good is when Britney's voice is distorted during the Taste of Your Lips, I'm on a Ride, because her voice gets into Alvin and the Chipmunks territory with the higher and higher pitch it goes. Yeah. I'm also not a fan of how should I put this, icky, the distortion sound with that instrumental, because it doesn't sound good on headphones, you know, the wow, wow sort of sound. Right before she sings. Yeah, I don't know. That part never just sat with me really well. This would be a good song for a stripper show. I could see it. And it's a great song for karaoke. And I know it's a great song for karaoke because I sang it 2 years ago at Rick's karaoke night and people went nuts. I hit the high note, but I don't know how well, but people thought it was cool and I went for it. It's just a great pop hit.
It is.
Next song.
Okay, our next song, probably no one outside of our little circle has ever heard of this. It's 12 O'Clock Forever by Jane Fontana, and it came out in 2006. And I heard this on Pandora back when I was in sign making, and Jackie and I could listen to Pandora on the Mac, whilst working, of course. And
whilst they still had a sign making department.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I love the Rode synthesizer and the slowness of the song as a whole. And I don't look at it as like a slow dance song by any means, but the pace captures the song's mood. And I found the album, also called Jane Fontana, on Amazon. And the rest of the songs are just as good, especially the song Superhero, in which Jane comes up with the novel idea that no way would a superheroine fall in love with a mere mortal. Aww. Ouch. But I think, like, for me, it's hard to categorize her sound because she's got so much going on. And it's like, she definitely mashes styles together, I think. There's like techno and industrial.
I can see
and
that.
She definitely makes it work. And I guess the thing that she does now is, like, I've looked for other stuff by her. And she does like a lot of music for TV shows, most of them on the CW.
That kind of makes sense. I could see her shows fitting the CW's whole vibe with how, like, they're the edgy teen shows.
Yeah, but her album doesn't come across like that. I mean, it's definitely
it comes
its
across
own.
very legitimate.
Yeah, it's definitely its own entity.
Yes. Now, I think this song is a great example of how to use studio technology really well. For example, I don't know if the opening notes are from a distorted piano, but I like how they sound like the resonant tolls of a clock chiming. I can't really say if the vibe of this song is...
Well, that's the Rode synthesizer. That's how that sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't really say if the vibe of this song is otherworldly or dystopian, so I'll just settle for not normal. I really love the saxophone and that little bit of crackling, and in my opinion, Jane's voice sounds like she's waking up from a long sleep or coming out of a druggy sort of haze. I didn't focus as much on the lyrics of this song, because I was just fascinated by this wave of sound just coming at me. I like the lyric, I could be a philosopher, but I don't know the questions to ask, and following that up with, I may not like the answers I find, because I find that a very fascinating topic. You know, a person's curious about all these things, but they're scared of what they might unearth if they dig a bit too deep. I'm sure all curious minds have encountered that question before. Again, great use of the studio, but not my favorite of the ones you picked.
And this is how old this song is? Like, we're talking 2006, and the reference to 12 o'clock forever is the light is blinking green, and that can only mean it's 12 o'clock forever, all is well. She hasn't set the time on her VCR.
Oh, okay, I can see that now. Do any of you kids on the internet know what a VCR? No, I'm not going to go there. Listen, it's a stereotype where it's like, oh, kids from Gen Z have no idea what a VCR is. No,
Well, they probably shouldn't.
I was born in 1999. VCRs and VHS tapes were still very much around. The DVD craze probably came around, like, what would you say, early, mid-2000s?
Probably around the same time. I mean,
Yeah.
back then, DVDs were for people who had money.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
eventually it became available for everyone.
So that means most of us in my generation probably grew up with VCRs and VHS tapes until we were about 6 or 7 years old. And then DVDs took over, and then Blu-ray, and the rest is history. So we do know what a VHS player is. Okay?
And we still have one in our house.
Well, we do because it still works.
And there's just some stuff that still has not come out on DVD for
Yeah,
some
you
reason.
know, like the original unedited Star Wars that George Lucas hasn't managed to touch yet. Disney could make a boatload of money if they just took those VHS tapes and remastered them without the stupid CGI edits.
Because I got my money in my pocket. It's waiting.
It's waiting.
It's waiting.
It's waiting, Disney. This will be the only time we'll give you our money willingly.
And then we also did, let's see, we've got almost the whole run of Between the Lines because we taped that every day for you to watch so you could learn how to read.
Yeah, PBS
Which
shows.
she did learn how to read, by the way.
Thank God.
You're welcome.
All right, next song.
Next song is also from 2006, and again, it's probably something that no one's ever heard. It's Pull Shapes by the Pipettes. And I first heard this on Little Steven's Underground Garage.
Little Steven had them on their show?
He had the song.
The song, yeah, but I
He
mean,
played
I
the
mean,
song
played them
because
on
it
the
kind of
show.
has that garage 60s Ronettes, Crystals
Okay,
vibe, girl groups, early 60s vibe. And, you know, I heard it, and I wasn't sure who it was. And thankfully, he played it for a few more episodes. And by then, I learned that it was the Pipettes.
I miss Little Steven's Underground Garage.
And me too. And now he plays Jerry Vale on The Irishman. And
That was who that was?
singing at the banquet for Frank.
That was Little Steven. Oh my God.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Good to know you're still doing well, man. I missed you.
Yep. Okay, so anyway, I got the import of the album We Are the Pipettes. Stay away from the US version. It's remixed and it sounds terrible.
Don't listen to the US version. Please don't.
Stick with the original. And this is another one of those albums that I can easily play 4 or 5 times in a row in one shot. And I gotta say, the Pipettes, it was one of those groups where people look at them and go, yeah, they're cute, but I bet they can't sing. Wrong. The Pipettes had 3 great, distinct singers. Gweno, Rose, and Riot Becky. And every song
I
on
love
this
their names.
every song on this album could have been and should have been a hit, and it is one of my favorite albums of all time ever. And the thing with the 3 of them is like everyone would look at Gweno, who's like the hottie blonde, and think, nah, she's just there for the looks. She has got an unbelievable voice. Rose's got the rockin' voice, and Riot Becky is kind of like the nerdy girl of the group, and
Gotcha.
she's kind of like she's got kind of like smart ass vocals when she sings.
Cool.
It's kind of like she knows how she's viewed, but she doesn't care.
Yeah. I'm so glad you put this song on the list because I forgot how much I love the Pipettes. Like, I guess a little voice inside my head was kind of dismissing them as, oh, they're just a Spice Girls knockoff. No, they're much more than that. First, a simple message. I just want to dance. These girls are having fun, and the song is so much fun. It's easy to sing along to after the first 30 seconds, but the music is clever. First, you have the opening drums and then some unexpected strings. Then when the girls ask about the bass and the drums re-enter the song. When the music cuts out and they keep singing, I like how they bring in the sounds of a screaming audience when they tell everyone to clap their hands. Love this song, and we definitely need to review the Pipettes on this show. We're going to. But I went on Google and I looked up what does pull shapes mean, and it's just basically like, it's an expression that I guess they don't use in England anymore, but it basically means let's keep dancing. Let's dance.
Yeah, I guess I can see that because it's probably like, you know, different poses, and when you're like
Different
dancing,
shapes,
you're
yeah.
just, doing the different shapes, I suppose.
Right. Yeah. Next song, which we've covered before on our podcast, but we're not going to be lazy. We're going to talk about it again. We're not going to tell you to listen to the other episode.
Oh my God! Well, I guess I'm going to come across as lazy. Okay, our next song is "What's Your Sign" by the Hot Toddies, which came out in 2007 on the album "Smell a Mitten." And yes, we just reviewed the Toddies in our last podcast, but this is about fave songs from the last 20 years, and darn it, this is one of them. And again, I think it's probably the catchiest song on the album. I like the way it's constructed, and it's just got that, like, yeah, you're a hot-looking guy, and yeah, you're walking away, and yeah, I wrote down your license plate number because I got pals in the DMV, and I'm going to track you down.
Coming to get you.
Whether you want me to or not.
Yeah. So I was half tempted to recycle my review of this song from our last episode, which if you haven't seen, please check it out. But I decided to see if there's anything I hadn't noticed the second time around. I think what I really got from this song is, again, how clever the Hot Toddies are with their harmonies on "Hey baby, what's your sign?" And how they don't need much music behind them when they sing. All they need are drums and a simple guitar. And I love how this song ends with the strings, the touch of cowbell, and that little bit of vocal dissonance at the end. The second time around, I really enjoyed the song more because I wasn't reviewing it as critically as last time, and it was fun. You know, sometimes you just need to turn your brain off and enjoy a good song.
Okay.
Yeah. Next song.
Next song, also from 2007, Chelsea Dagger by the Fratellis. Hey, remember when the Fratellis were going to save rock and roll? Remember? I didn't think so, probably. I didn't think, they probably weren't because they were never looked upon as the second coming.
No, but they were pretty good.
But every song on their debut album, Costello Music, which probably references Elvis Costello, maybe?
Boo!
Or maybe Lou Costello from Abbott and. Anyway,
please let it be
every song on their debut album is catchy and memorable and could have been and should have been a hit. And of course, they were never able to follow up an album this strong because it's that old cliche, you spend your whole life making that debut album and then you spend the next year making your second album.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's like la la la's and da da da's and other nonsense syllables permeate this disc. And when this album came out, there were a lot of these songs were played on so many different commercials. And when I heard the album for the first time, I thought, oh my God, I already know most of these songs. And they're just like great sing-alongs, great, hey, we're in a pub with the mates and we're just drunk off our ass and we're just gonna la 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 along to these songs and I'll punch you in your bloody nose if you make fun of my la la la's, mate.
Well, they're Scots, right?
Oh yeah.
So yes, they will punch you in the nose.
How'd you like a beer bottle across the face, my friend?
Now you'll have the blue of the Scottish flag all over your face. Alright, so this is my second favorite Fratelli song after Creeping Up the Back Stairs, which we'll talk about when we get to our Fratelli's episode. This intro is one of the best. First the drums, then the rhythm guitar, and then that scream. Oh, it's so good. When the
we might as well just do the whole thing.
Yeah, it's one of the catchiest rock and roll vocal hooks ever. Come at me, internet. Whenever I try to picture Chelsea Dagger in my head, she looks like one of the girls on the cover for the Fratelli's album Costello Music, where, you know, they're wearing their high heel pumps, the fishnet stockings, and kind of like the corset and skirt kind of look. Just someone who likes sleeping around with guys and torturing them and dancing with them and having fun. And it's just about guys and girls having fun dancing and maybe doing a little bit more.
Well, when I hear Chelsea Dagger, and I'm working on getting this image out of my mind, all I can think of is Chelsea Handler. Because she's the only other like Chelsea. At least it's not Chelsea Clinton. But
well, Chelsea Dagger, that would be like a good like drag queen name, I think.
Oh, the whole dagger thing. Yeah.
That might work. All right, next song.
Okay, calm down, woman. Calm down. Our next song is from 2009 by Ida Maria, and it's I Like You So Much Better When You're Naked.
Ida Maria, okay.
Ida.
I thought it was Ida.
Yeah. I heard this on WBRU back when they were still a college station, and it was immediately hooked. And I have to admit that, yeah, with a title like that, it's kind of sort of a novelty song, but it's catchy and it rocks so hard. And I was able to learn all the lyrics probably after the third or fourth time I heard it. I knew them all. It's a very simple song, and it's just so straightforward. And like I say, Ida Maria's voice, it ain't cute, but it's distinctive. She definitely has her own style. It's like as soon as she opens her mouth, you know it's her. And the album that this is from, Fortress Around My Heart, is a good album. It's a really good album. I can't give it great album status, but some of the songs I absolutely love. Some of the songs I like. And I saw her at Jerky's Club back in '09. And the thing about Jerky's was it got me, and well, I don't know about Mike. I went with Mike to go see it, and it got me freaking out a little bit because it was upstairs on the second floor.
Where was this? Where was this?
In Providence.
In Providence, okay.
Yeah, in Providence. It was upstairs from Snooker's pool room, I believe it was. And there was like only one exit in the whole place. And I'm standing there, I'm thinking, if something went down here...
Station nightclub fire.
That's all. I hate to admit it, that's all I could keep thinking of, just being in that place. But band was a lot of fun. And the thing was, like, they got this song out of the way maybe 2 or 3 songs in, but the other stuff that they played was just as good because, like, I already knew the album, so I kind of knew what to expect. Fun show. This is the best song off the album. And, like I said, the other songs, not that bad.
Yeah. I like this song a lot better than I thought I would because the title was kind of like, oh, okay. First, though, I'm in love with that album cover of Ida naked covering her mouth with the back of her tattooed hand while she stares into the camera wide-eyed. I think it's brilliant, but let's get back to the song. First, I love how relatable this song is. You plan all these clever lines to use on someone, and then when you see the person, you're so nervous you blurt out the first thing you say. And you can tell the character of the song is not used to this, but this is the first time she's felt a spark with someone and it's throwing her for a loop. However, you can tell that the guy's feeling this way too because he joins in singing with her the second time around. The song is so catchy and the frantic energy of it conveys that they had a great time together in bed. The ending of the song also captures that collapse of, alright, it's over and I'm exhausted. Yep. Also, that line, I like you so much better when you're naked, could be very sexy if used in the right way, but this is more of a frantic, awkward blurt, especially with how Ida shouts it, which is fun to shout along with. Anyway, glad the two of them had a good time. Alright, and our final song to round out Dad's list, number 10. What you got, Dad?
Okay, this is from 2012, and it's What Can I Do by Kat Edmondson. And I first heard this song on Whole Foods Radio, and I absolutely hated it.
No shit!
I shit thee not.
Wow.
Absolutely hated it because I thought, who's this woman trying to imitate Astrud Gilberto? And,
okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it drove me nuts every time it came on, and I would just be like standing there and receiving like, I can't wait for this song to be over. I can't wait for this song to be over. And then, you know, again, maybe this is identifying with your captors, and because there was no escape, but eventually I came around to it. First I liked it, and I thought, okay, I can kind of respect what she's trying to do. Maybe this is some sort of Astrud Gilberto tribute.
Astrud would sound beautiful
sort of
singing
thing.
this song.
She would be perfect for it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yes, I love this song. I love this song so much. I get it. I like the arrangement. And I like her voice. And the thing was, like, they played another Kat Edmondson song. And again, I thought, wait a minute. This is this the same person? And again, it was like, I'm not sure if I like this song. And it was like, yeah, I really like this song. And I have to admit, her voice, I guess it took me a long time to get used to her voice because it's one of those voices where it's like, this shouldn't work, but eventually it does. And it's like, you know it's her as soon as she starts singing. And
she sounds like Blossom Dearie sometimes too.
I can kind of see that. Yeah. And I hate to use this adjective describing it, but it's almost like a hipster Blossom Dearie.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair.
And I borrowed the album way down low from the library, and I just fell hard for it. And I've got her other albums, The Big Picture, and
Old Fashioned Gal?
Thank you, because my mind just blanked on it. But I don't have her first album, which I can't remember the title of, because it's all covers, and I just can't bring myself to pick up that album because it's like, I think I would be disappointed in the covers.
That's fair.
I love how, like, all her albums, her other albums, it's all original songs, but the way
Yes.
that she writes them, you'd swear they came out in the 1940s.
You would.
Because she just, I guess she knows that era so well, and she knows how to write those types of songs, which you swear they were standards.
It's her niche. I can't picture her going
Yeah.
outside of it. Yeah.
But they're all new songs, and maybe someday down the road, in some better alternate universe, they will be standards. You never know.
I hope.
But I did see her a little over a year ago in November of 2018 at a Connecticut art museum of all places, where she gave a recital. I have no other word for it, because it was just her and a piano player and about 75 of us in the audience in what had to be the drawing room or the salon, however you want to put it.
It seems like a recital. Yeah.
Well, because this art museum used to be a mansion that people lived in at one time.
Nice.
And when, like, the last owner died, it was in their will that it would be converted into an art museum.
That's nice.
And that everything would stay as is, because the people just bought, like, all this artwork, hung it up in whatever rooms they thought it would look great in, and they didn't want any of it disturbed. So it's open to the public.
That's a good idea.
And she was great. She just, like, would sing songs. She'd tell stories about the song. She told stories about her growing up. And I would have to say, this was probably one of the greatest concerts I've ever been to.
Aw.
And the thing is, like, I would love to see her again, but I'm kind of leery of it because it would never live up to
The intimate vibe of that night.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And, like, I guess she was on American Idol at one time, and she was doing really well. And then Randy Jackson was like, "Yo, dog, you gotta change your appearance. You gotta change this and that." And she was
Bullshit.
her thing was like she was just not gonna. And I think she's better off for it. She was not gonna play the corporate music
Yeah.
game. And good for her. I mean, she has her own label. She puts out her own stuff. I think her last album might have been like self-funded on what's that site where they do the self-funding?
GoFundMe?
Thank you.
Patreon?
One of those.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I
But but I just love her stuff.
I think if you ever see her in concert again, if she ever does a show at 54 Below, go to that one, because 54 Below is like, it's like a cabaret joint in New York City where a lot of Broadway performers go, and the stage is very simple. It's got like a simple kind of red background that kind of looks like flower petals. All they have on stage is a pianist, maybe a drummer or bassist if they can fit it on, just a stand microphone, and you sit in the audience like ordering your drinks and dinner.
Well, she is coming to Boston at a wine bar
That
in
sounds
April.
perfect. That sounds
So
good.
maybe I will. I guess she played there once before.
Okay.
So we shall see. Okay, those are my 10 songs.
Wait, I gotta review this song! We
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
done it yet.
I guess you need to talk.
Alright, so this song is a bit of a downer, but it's a good downer. Poor Kat. The part of the song that really hit like a ton of bricks is when she said, "What else can I do but scheme about dreaming about you?" Oof. It's a feeling when you're not over someone and they're completely gone from your life, but what else can you do? You just can't pick yourself up and move on. You're gonna hurt for a while. Yet the music doesn't sound sad. It sounds happy as Kat fondly reminisces about this person and shows how sometimes we even look at the good memories with rose-tinted glasses and make them better than they really were. And I love the simple bossa nova arrangement of the instruments in this song. Just a piano, soft brush on the hi-hat, and an acoustic guitar. I also don't mind the scatting in this song because I'm kind of not a fan of scatting in jazz, but because it's simple and Kat isn't being a show-off with it, I love it. A beautiful, wistful song.
Yeah, she does keep the scatting to a minimum
Yes.
at the end.
All right, as you were saying.
Oh, sorry for the interruption, but
okay.
Okay, those were my 10 songs, and before we go to Juliet's 10 songs, I've just got a handful of songs that almost made the cut, but just didn't quite, and I just want to give them, what do you kids say? Shout out, honorable mention, props,
Honorable mention,
whatever.
shout-outs, props,
Honorable
yeah.
mention,
Pick
yes.
whatever term you want.
Okay, so the songs that almost made it were I'm Like a Bird by Nelly Furtado from 2000, Could Be Anything by the Eames Era from 2005, The Mating Game by Bittersweet from 2006, Merry Happy by Kate Nash from 2007, Shake It Out by Florence and the Machine from 2011, All About the Bass, yes people, by Meghan Trainor from 2014, and believe it or not, Candy Cane Lane by Sia from 2017.
He loves Candy Cane Lane.
I don't want to live on Candy Cane Lane, but I like
The
this.
song.
All right, and now we are going to...
My list.
My daughter listens to this.
I am very nervous. All right. So,
don't be as scared.
so I sent my list to Dad, and I rearranged it in chronological order since he did his in chronological order. So, my first song on the list, I'm going to jump around up and down, but you only have it on one piece of paper, so... Because, I organized mine in chronological order, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But the first song is the same. American Boy by Estelle featuring Kanye West, which came out in 2008. The first time I remember hearing this song was when I was at SMARTS, Southern Massachusetts Arts Collaborative, which was a summer camp for kids who love the performing arts, and we did a dance routine that sampled maybe about a minute of this song. I was so in love with Estelle's voice and the key of that song that when I found it on YouTube, I was so happy. For Estelle's part, my favorite lyric is, "Don't like his baggy jeans, but I'm gonna like what's underneath them." As for Kanye, I'm not too big a fan of his music at all, but I like his rap here. He's able to be a bit of a narcissist while also being flirty and having fun. My favorite lyric he raps is, "And you thought he was cute before, look at this pea coat, tell me he's broke." Even though in the music video he's wearing a fur coat, but whatever. Also, he has a nice little touch with a fake British accent when he says, "So the hell with all that rubbish." This song is cute and fun, just about a British girl who wants to see all the American cities with her American boy. Still so fun, and I love watching the music video because it's all in black and white, and Estelle looks gorgeous with the dresses she's in. The only thing I will say is when she starts singing, "Would you be mine, could you be mine?" I expect her to sing, "Won't you be my neighbor?" But that's a different song.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, as one YouTuber wrote, because I had to look on YouTube to get all these songs,
Yeah.
and I think one YouTuber summed this up very nicely. This song makes me want to go shopping.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it just does not seem out of place at some shishi poo poo Copley Place boutique. Like you'd walk in and this song would be playing on the speakers.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of Pizzicato 5, but I can
see
understand the
that.
lyrics. They're not in Japanese.
Yeah.
And for me, Kanye is just in the way of Estelle though, because this song actually makes me want to check out more of her stuff.
Right, she's so good.
I liked her song. I thought it was a catchy song. I'd probably forget it in a few minutes after it's done, but I really liked it. I like her voice, and I'm probably going to search for more of her stuff.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, my next song came out in 2009, Down, Jay Sean featuring Lil Wayne. So, I remember this song because every father-daughter dance at Myron Francis Elementary School, they played this song. All the girls gathered in a circle and would lower to the ground in their dresses as they heard, "Baby, are you down, 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 down?" And we'd lower on each down and then get back up.
Oh my God, and baby Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that.
You were too busy hanging out with the dads reading a book. But this song brings back nice memories. And I also used to kick ass dancing to this song with the Xbox version of Just Dance in gym class at Martin. I love the tone of this song and how smooth Jay Sean's voice is, and I don't mind the autotune in this instance at all. I love the key of the song and how romantic it is. "You don't have to be scared. I won't leave you the next morning, and I won't take care of you." Oh. Then Lil Wayne comes in, and you think he's the sleazy bad boy, but he's not. He loves his woman too. I love how he says he wants to be her American soldier, but the lyric that does not go over as well is "She's down like the economy." I always laugh whenever I hear that lyric. It is pure pop candy, and it is so cute. I just love listening to it. He is smooth, and he knows how to put on the moves.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this was down. Oh, there it is, number 9. All right. For me, this is definitely Coast 93.3 music. Hot adult contemporary.
Yes.
Yes. Like they play at the Y on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
It's one of those, okay, I'm just going to tune this out in the background, and it's still going to play, but I'm not really going to notice it as I'm on the rowing machine or whatever else it is I'm doing. Anyway, that's kind of how I feel about the song. It's kind of, and the thing that surprised me, though, was, like you said, like Lil Wayne, like I'm expecting him to be, like, hardcore, like, you know, and it doesn't happen. I thought, did I miss something? Was he just not feeling his Wayne-ness when he did that song? Or
Maybe he just wanted to set the tone of the song and just have some fun.
Lil Wayne, the gentler side. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the auto-tune kind of got to me. I mean, I'm not a fan of that because to me it's always like, okay, to me that just signals, okay, we got to fix up this guy's voice.
Britney
because
uses auto-tune all the time.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, well, she proved it when I saw her live that, yeah, she just needs that to sound better. Unfortunately.
And you know it's true out there, Internet. You know it's true. Britney, we love you, but it's true.
Just your greatest hits, please. Thank you. And not the slow ones.
But
anyway, yeah.
Okay. All right. My next song, La Symphonie by the French band Mozart Opera Rock from 2009. Now, I first heard this song, I didn't hear it when it came out. I first heard it my freshman year of college when my friend Will and I were baking brownies in the dorm kitchen. He had his phone on, and it was just kind of playing on random. And I heard the song, and I love hearing the French language sung. Always have, always will. But I was so blown away that there's a band that makes French goth music. I never knew that, like, goth music, like, existed outside the United States because I was just so in my own bubble. I love the intensity of the song, and when I looked up the music video, I was blown away by the whole gothic spectacle of the band's period costumes and the ballet dancers they had in gothic black tutus. Just spoke to my emo heart. Anyway, on with the song. The song is also really dark, but I love the premise. This man is scorned, and the voices in his head tell him to lash out. Part of him doesn't want to, but he gives in to the devil on his shoulder and dedicates himself to the symphonie, cursing all those who love each other.
Violent symphony for those non-French-speaking types out there.
He can't stop no matter how much he wants to, no matter how much his life falls apart, but he can't bear to sit idly by. You also get to see the moment of betrayal in the music video, where the singer is looking out his window, and he sees his girl playing tonsil hockey with some guy in an orchard. The song really works because of the singer's voice and how the music seems to reflect the tension building inside him. Then the other singers join in to say, the voice has finally won. Such a good revenge song.
Uh-huh. Now, when I was watching the video,
yes,
I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, wait a minute, is this Phantom Rock? This is Phantom Rock. Because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, this sounds like something the Phantom of the Opera would,
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. I kind of thought so because I thought we got the Phantom / Dracula / Dangerous Liaisons thing going on here.
Yeah, we do.
And I actually found the version with the English lyrics, which were definitely a big help in
translating it.
And I thought it was a unique song.
Yes, it is.
I can definitely appreciate the work behind it, from the technical aspect. I just like the band's name, Mozart Opera Rock. I mean, it definitely lives up to the band's name. I will give them that. They definitely got their own thing going on.
They do, and I like it. I haven't listened to some of their other songs because I wanted it to be the spectacle of La Symphonie, and it wasn't. But I think I might explore some of their stuff later on down the line because he's not the only lead singer. I guess it's like a band where it's like they have quite a few members, and depending on I guess the mood of the song, they'll alternate who gets to sing.
Do you think it's more like a collective?
I think it's more of a collective. Yeah. I'm not sure though. My next song came out in 2011, Angel with a Shotgun by The Cab. The first time I heard this song was when a former boyfriend of mine sent it to me. While the relationship didn't last, my love for this song has. I love how it starts out with the synths to echo the strings of an orchestra, and then that choir in the background adds a majestic feel to a rock and roll song. The oddest lyric in my mind is, and Major Tom will still sing along, yeah, they still say I'm a dreamer. The reference to imagine makes sense because this guy is fighting for something better for the person he loves. The only part that confuses me is the Space Oddity reference. Anyway, I love the singer's voice because even with the effects added onto it, for the first part of the song and later the auto-tune, you can tell his voice is powerful. Plus the message is romantic. I love you and I'm going to fight for you no matter what it takes, come hell or high water. And I think you can tell the vibe of what this song is going to be about because the cover for this is a violin painted black. And instead of a regular violin, the violin strings, it's like the barrel of a machine gun. It's really cool how they're able to draw it.
As someone pointed out on YouTube, not a shotgun, an AK-47.
It's an AK-47, yeah.
So, when I heard the Major Tom lyric, I thought, okay, I know why she likes the song because of the Bowie reference. Okay.
No, it wasn't because of the Bowie reference. I heard this before I got into my David Bowie craze.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. My bad. I thought it's okay, and it kind of reminded me of Maroon 5, but without Adam Levine.
Maroon 5, but better. Maroon 5 sucks.
Wait a minute. Maroon 5 are better? Maroon 5 sucks?
The better version of Maroon 5, because Maroon 5 sucks.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And I got to say that the Cab version of this song is a lot better than the Nightcore version.
I haven't listened to the Nightcore. I do not want to listen to the Nightcore version. No. Why'd you listen to the Nightcore version in the first place?
Because so many people were posting about Nightcore, I thought, okay, let me check this out. Because I thought, well, maybe that's a remix. But no, it's just this cutie J-pop or K-pop band.
It must be a Vocaloid
band.
or something.
Yeah,
it's a Vocaloid, yeah.
So, this version is definitely better than the Nightcore version. I'll give it that. And this could be considered CW rock.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was okay. I thought, yeah, he's really feeling it. He's the angel with the shotgun, but he's going to use his shotgun for good, not for evil, because he's an angel.
Yeah, I think Mom would not she'd be like, no, angels are good, they don't use shotguns. But
They use bows and arrows, or Cupid does anyway.
Yeah, just arrows.
Or is that a cherub? Are they the same as angels?
Cherubs and angels are kind of different. I don't know how.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cherubs are more small and fat. They're like little fat
kids,
babies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next song came out in 2012, Wings by Little Mix. So the first time I heard the song was when my friend Clarissa played it for me in middle school and we were taking the late bus home. The reason I loved it then is because in middle school, so many people are trying to get you to conform and shame you for being different. This song told me, ignore what the haters say because you are so strong and beautiful in your own way. And hearing 4 women sing the song kind of told me that if they could go through this and come out successful, then maybe I could too. My favorite part is always the line before the chorus, your words don't mean a thing, I'm not listening, because the sound hones in on the singer's voice and she sounds so strong and over this person's bullshit. Then when she sings, they're just like water off my wings. In my head, that moment on stage would be the costume change where the butterfly wings come out of a gorgeous dress. Then at the end, they sing the chorus with just the drums and it sounds like these women are marching together in solidarity because damn it, we're not going to let anyone put us down. We're going to stick together. And to top it all off, this is a fun pop anthem I always feel happy listening to.
Well, I got a few things to say. For me, with the water off the wings, the first thing I thought was water off a duck's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just a bunch of ducks. Mm-hmm. Anyway, for me, this was like Spice Girls Girl Power 2.0 version. Mm-hmm. And this song is not a bad confection.
Yeah.
And they kind of get like a little Christina Aguilera when they sing Your Words Don't Mean a Thing.
I can see that, yeah.
Or whatever the heck it is Christina does.
Hey, you like Christina. Some of her stuff anyway.
Yeah, I have her best of, but I only like half of it.
Oh.
So,
her half best of then.
Anyway, yeah, I noticed that the voices aren't distinct from each other, but then again, neither were Bananaramas. And, I'm watching the video and I'm listening to the song, and then when they had the British flag, I thought, oh, this has got to be, Simon Cowell has got to have his hand in this somehow.
Yes, he was.
So when I Wikipedia'd it, son of a gun, there he is. And I thought, okay, makes sense, He did, Spice Girls, and then, did he have a hand in the Pussycat Dolls? Was that him too?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, yeah, it just kind of made total sense. It's
I think he might have. I'm not sure, though.
Okay, but I looked at it and thought, okay, so Little Mix is kind of like Spice Girls -1.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said before, not a bad confection. Definitely catchy. Mm-hmm. Liked it, and yeah. I just wish that they had a little more personality. But I don't have a problem with the song. Like I said, Bananarama was the same way. Could never tell who was on the lead singing it. But again, a lot of the songs, all 3 of them just sang together.
Okay. Next song. This came out in 2013. Girls, Girls, Boys, Panic at the Disco. Panic has been around forever, with most kids of my generation loving them during their emo phase. However, I started listening to Panic my freshman year of college when all the original members of the band left, and Brendan Urie was and still is the only remaining member, and he wasn't even in the original lineup, but he kept the name of the band because that's what everybody knew. I remember first watching the music video where it's just Brendan singing while he's clearly naked, and he does some weird choreography while the camera moves up and down his body.
Because you can't show the bits and pieces.
The bait and tackle, yeah. Then I found the director's cut, where in this one, Brendan is getting felt up by 2 female models in their underwear after the 2 girls make out. And if you look at the meaning behind this song, the director's cut makes more sense because, according to Wikipedia, this song is Brendan writing about his first threesome, as well as a love triangle that gets complicated when the people involved have differing sexual orientations. Now, I love listening to Brendan Urie's voice, and in this one, there are parts of the song where it feels like he's whispering in your ear. It reminded me of that scene in Buffy the Vampire Slayer where Spike shows up behind Buffy at the Bronze and starts seducing her on the balcony and slowly slides his hand down her pants. It just feels really intimate, and then Brendan is thrown for a loop when he realized what this girl wants to do. He just wanted a simple one-night stand, but he's getting a lot more than that. And side note, I also love how this song has kind of become an LGBTQ anthem, because when Brendan performs this song on stage, audience members will toss him gay pride flags on stage during this song, and he'll catch them and wrap them around his microphone. This song feels like a sexual intrigue, and I love it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, catchy, definitely a catchy song, but once again, I'll probably forget it when it's done.
Okay.
And I kind of want to, maybe that's what pop music is supposed to be sometimes, just like this disposable commodity.
But according to you, I remember you said in one of our episodes, you like pop, but it has to be like the good kind of chocolate bar where you'd pay $10 for it.
Oh, yeah.
That would last in your stomach a lot
Yeah,
more than a
yeah.
Kit Kat at the dollar store.
Yeah, and I noticed like a lot of the posts for the reaction was definitely, gay pride and pansexual showed up a lot.
That's because Brendan came out as pansexual a couple of months ago. Or
Okay.
maybe about 6 months
Now,
ago.
being a boomer, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what you young kids mean. Just refresh my memory again, please. What that means.
So, I'm gonna... Okay, my LGBTQ friends can probably explain what pansexual is a lot better than I can. But
They want to have sex with pans. No, that's
No.
Jay from Big Mouth.
That's
No,
Jay.
that's what has to have a turkey in it.
No, it's not that. But it's like... You love everybody on the gender spectrum, not just strictly male or strictly female.
Ah.
I hope I got that right. If I didn't, pardon me. I don't know much about pansexuality as I do about being gay or lesbian or bisexuality.
So you are all things to all people. Love all, serve all. This message brought to you by the Hard Rock Cafe. And yeah, catchy song. Mm-hmm. I will give it that.
All right. Next song, also by Panic at the Disco, came out in 2016, Death of a Bachelor. Now, I remember seeing the music video for this song on Facebook and being blown away at how this song seems to be a throwback to the swinging band style of the 40s and 50s. I mean, one of Brendan's biggest influences is Frank Sinatra. I mean, hell, Brendan has covered some of his songs before and even has a Sinatra tattoo on, I think it's his left forearm. You can hear a touch of Frank in Brendan's voice, and you can tell he's paying tribute to that era, especially in the music video with the black and white, the suit, and the big band sound of the music. I love listening to Brendan's voice and how in this song, he's able to switch from belting to his falsetto almost effortlessly. Almost. The song has the moments of intimacy, especially with the lyric, "The lace in your dress tingles my neck, how do I live?" Then the instrumental feels almost like a dancing standoff between the bachelor and the woman he's with to see who will come out on top. I love the song, how there's a guy who gives up his bachelor days for happily ever after, but he doesn't seem too happy about it, so he needs a stiff drink to numb up the pain. Great song to listen to, and maybe also a fun one to dance to.
Yeah, this was not a bad song. Interesting arrangement. I actually liked it.
Yay!
And you're gonna probably have to like help me out with this. I kind of thought Sinatra meets kind of sort of techno. I mean, it's got the beats going on, but it's definitely got those strings. And or maybe it's more like Bublé.
I wouldn't say Bublé, no.
You know, we're talking Sinatra like so many generations removed.
Well, my mom says that this reminds her of the singer who did his Heavy Nova album.
Oh, Robert Palmer.
Yeah, Mom says that's what it reminds her of.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, I thought he did a serviceable job. Now this Brendan Urie guy, did he do some Broadway
Kinky
musical
Boots.
thing?
He was famous in his rock band first, and he's always wanted to do Broadway for a long time. And then I guess he got an audition for Kinky Boots, written by Cyndi Lauper and Harvey Fierstein, and he did the show. And I remember being so happy for him because it was something that he wanted to do. Like, he wants to go back to Broadway again. Like, he grew up in a Mormon family. He's not Mormon anymore, so he would love to do the Book of Mormon as Elder Price on Broadway. He sings it all the time. But I just remember it was like the fans would not leave him alone at the stage door because it was like they expected him to come out to the stage door and sign their autographs, and they would get really hostile when he wouldn't come out because sometimes, after a show you just want to relax, and he had to post a statement on Twitter saying, I don't know if this was after Kinky Boots or something, but it was like the fans got so more aggressive where it's like, okay, if you guys are going to treat each other this way, then I'm not going to come out the door anymore because you guys don't deserve it.
Good for him.
Good for him, yeah. All right, next song came out in 2018, Body Count, the remix. Jessie Reyes featuring Normani Corday and Kalani. I heard the first version of this song when Louisa played it for me in her car, and I loved it right away for its positive message about sexuality and promiscuity. Then she played me the remix, and it blew the first version out of the water. It has some of my favorite additions to lyrics, including Normani's lyric, "I like you so much better when you shut up and get down on your knees, babe. I'm a 10 out of 10. Got you saying amen. Catch me dodging that dick again and again and again." I love the image of a woman made you and a woman can drop you just as easily. And a powerful woman can get a guy to go on his knees.
The old a woman birthed you, show some respect.
Show some fucking respect, especially, yeah, and also shows how badly the guy wants it if he says amen. Then there's my other favorite lyric, Kalani's lyric, "I dodge dick for some pussy, something that we can agree on. Don't tell me it's a turn on for you, or maybe it bothers you that you're the only one left out of the equation. Just goes to show women don't need men to be satisfied." This song is the ultimate anthem for women going out and getting some for their own pleasure. And if a guy treats us badly, then screw them. We'll drop them because we deserve better. My only critique is that I wish they didn't muffle the playing of the acoustic guitar in the beginning, because I love hearing the sound of the strings and the musicians slapping the wood with their fist. But it's a small critique of an otherwise awesome remix.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say, Janet McGuire's reaction video to this song is why this song exists.
Janet McGuire?
I just happened to come across it.
Who's that?
She just is one of those YouTubers who reacts to things.
Okay.
She made this. She recorded the video sitting in a car while she's playing this song, and it is indescribable. You have to see this.
All right.
The thing that surprised me was how short this song is. I mean, it's
the first one's pretty short too.
It's less than 3 minutes, and I thought, this song just seemed to be getting started, and then it's gone. And I thought, I want more. I really like this song.
Yes!
And I mean, we had like, okay, this is gonna be cranky old boomer senior thing going on here again. But it's always like, you get so and so featuring so and so plus with so and so, and I think, well, this is by committee, or was it like, okay, I'm gonna call on these people to like add more to it after for a remix or something?
I don't know.
I don't get it. But for me, like, all these people worked. It wasn't like intrusive. It had a nice flow to it, and like I said, I just wish the song had been longer because it just really caught me. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, you'd find, I think, the music video for the original interesting because it's Jessie Reyez, and she is in a sort of, it's basically she's in Salem in the olden days, and as she's singing this song, they're getting ready to burn her at the stake.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool.
And for those of you out there who want to catch Janet McGuire's video, you spell Janet JAN''NA and then McGuire.
Okay.
And it is priceless.
All right, next song. This also came out in 2018. Hello Sunshine, Hello Blue Sky, Alexandre Lestrange and Ben Perry. I first heard this song in a BuzzFeed video where two guys ate fried chicken and caviar, and I couldn't get the song out of my head. I tried to find it, but apparently one of the guys who wrote it, I think it's Alexandre Lestrange, he's trying to erase this song's existence from the internet. You can't find it on Spotify. You can't find it on iTunes. It's like pretty much gone. All I can gather is that he's some sort of jazz musical arranger that does stuff for commercials. But I love how joyful and uplifting the song is, even though the lyrics are repetitive. I love the key it's set in, and the tone the song is set for me when the background singers open the song by singing a cappella. Then you have them singing along in the background with a bossa nova vibe. Bossa nova, excuse me. It's a song you can dance to, and I remember listening to it after studying and doing my homework in my dorm, happy at what I had accomplished during the day. I always listen to this song when I'm in a good mood, and it never lets me down.
Did you say the lyrics are repetitive?
Yes.
Did you say the lyrics are repetitive?
Keep going.
The lyrics are repetitive.
Yes.
That's what a lot of pop is.
Yeah.
Because you're just trying to, like, worm it into people's brains so
Yeah.
they remember it. But, you know what? How about this? I really like this song.
Yes!
Except for the Hello Positivity line. You can insert an eye roll there. But, yeah, it just kind of reminded me, like, with all the a cappella stuff, I thought of Manhattan Transfer, but it was like a lot more
upbeat
and moving, propulsive. Like, I really liked it. And it's too bad the guy's trying to get rid of it because,
it's an awesome
really
song.
Except for the Hello Positivity line, just a really, really well constructed pop song.
And then when it ends with the bass going bow bow bow,
yeah,
my favorite
yeah,
parts is
yeah.
how it ends. All right, my final song came out recently in 2019. Señorita, Shawn Mendes featuring Camila Cabello. I first heard this song because I love watching the series Elders React on YouTube. Sometimes I have marathons of that show. And I agreed with the Elders' opinion of this song. It's soft, sensual, romantic, and keeps things sexy by implying events instead of being explicit, because implied is way sexier than in your face. And the music isn't in your face either, with the guitar playing at a nice mezzo forte. Even the vocals remain nice and soft. Even when they sing about being in the hotel room, you don't need the music to crescendo because you can hear the passion in their voices. The lyric that almost made me choke on my water when I first heard this was, "You say we're just friends, but friends don't know the way you taste." And then she sings, "La la la," and you can picture her tongue dangling from her mouth. But the song is beautiful, and the chorus with the rest of the la la la's is incredibly catchy. This is another song I could see people dancing to, maybe a cha-cha. However, I think what makes this song successful is not the song itself, but the rumors swirling around the two singers. So, from interrogating friends and doing some internet research, apparently Shawn Mendes has had a crush on Camila Cabello for forever, and people thought this song was them coming out as a couple. Even when they performed the song at the Music Video Awards, at the VMAs, I think, they did that thing where they almost kiss, but then they pull away quickly, and the audience goes nuts. Like, it cut to Taylor Swift just, like, losing her mind. Where am I? Now, after that, the VMAs performance, they are dating, but there are a few people out there on the internet who are convinced that's just for publicity and selling more songs. And people are constantly going back to this music video and combing through it to see if they can find out what's really going on behind closed doors. So, personally, I don't think they'll last, but at least we got a great sensual Latin-inspired song.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when I was scrolling down the comments, a lot of people were saying, oh, they say they're just friends. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, one after the other. Mm-hmm. Okay, for this song, meh.
Okay.
Not bad. To me, this is a Gundun song.
Gundun?
Okay, Gundun was written on the pipes and conduits that ran along the corridors of the USS Enterprise. And it was kind of like an inside joke with the crew. It stands for Goes Nowhere, Does Nothing. Which I kind of felt with this song. I just was waiting for something to happen. And just waiting. And it seems like all the behind-the-scenes stuff was a lot more interesting than the song, where it's like, yeah, I'm going to get this woman to be on my song because I kind of like her, and even though we're just going to come out and say we're friends, and now we're dating. I don't know, it didn't move me.
The music video tells more of a story than the song does, because it's like, he meets her at a restaurant as a waitress.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah. So the music video tells a better story than I think the song does.
I'm surprised music videos are still being made. Are they even still being shown on MTV anymore? That's the question.
Yeah, they are, but now mostly you just watch it on the singer's Vivo channel on YouTube. Don't ask me what Vivo is, I don't know.
It's the music video channel of YouTube, I guess. That's how I find a lot of stuff on there.
Pretty much. Each artist has their own Vivo anyway.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought it was, I don't know, I was kind of expecting more, I guess. It seemed like, okay, this song's getting started, and something's going to happen, and something's going to happen, and why isn't anything happening? And then nothing happened.
The end.
The end. Sorry. Okay, so now we've done all the 20 songs from the past 20 years, and I have to ask you, which one's your favorite from the past 20 years?
Ooh, do you have one?
You bet you I do.
You say yours while I think about mine.
Mine is Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. I mean, yes, okay, this song came out in 2001, but you could play it today and it's as fresh as ever. This song will never get old. This song is timeless. It will outlive all of us. I just love that song so much, especially like listening to it on headphones. There is so much going on with the sound. It's just, there's like so many little motifs that repeat throughout that song, and it just all comes together to make it like catchy and cannot get it out of my head. And like I said, if you're gonna give a song that title, it had better live up to it, and this just does in spades. A plus 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 plus
like
plus,
Miss Shields.
Plus. Yes.
All right, so while I love all the songs that I picked very dearly, I'm going to say that if we're going to choose the best song that was written in the past 20 years, It's Your Lies by Shelby Lynne.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I thought you would have picked one of something from your top 10.
Because it's like, you have to have a great voice and great music. And I think her voice will be timeless. And I think the opening of that song will continue to, sweep people off their feet and be like, oh, okay, I'm ready for this. And, she can hit those notes effortlessly. It's something that people can relate to, where they just want their ex to leave them alone. And I think, as long as people keep falling in and out of love, they're still going to be listening to that song. And I think people will be intrigued by, the ending, where it's like, it ends so softly with that little bit of dissonance, and it's like, I want to hear it all over again.
Oh, yeah, but the way that song ends and leads into the second song, it's perfect.
So maybe it'll make people want to listen to her stuff. But yeah, I feel like it's a good song for, the beginning of the past 20 years, but I think it's something that people can relate to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for listening to this episode, everybody. We had fun making it. We had fun listening to these songs, I hope. This is going to be our last episode for 2019, so We'll see you next year. I hate to say that joke, but it's true. And I have an idea for what I want to do next year for our first episode. So we'll be seeing you all soon. Anything you want to say, Dad, about anything?
Yeah, to those of you out there who have made it this far, thank you very much for listening to us. We really appreciate it. And we will be back sometime in the new year, and we will start all over again.
And we love making these episodes. It's, we have a small audience, but we love making it for you guys. We love discussing these albums together. Always have, always will. And we're just really proud that we've done this. And so thank you. All right. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of My Dad Listens to This, as always. This podcast was created by Kevin Antonio. This podcast is co-hosted by Kevin Antonio and Juliet Antonio. The title card is designed by Kevin Antonio. The albums are from each artist that we listen to.
And this show is brought to you by a grant from the MacArthur Foundation. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's brought to you by ourselves, and this episode is recorded and edited by Juliet Antonio. Copyright 2019. My Dad Listens to This.
Thank you, and good night, and Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2020.